Bayern Munich just announced the signing of Ismael Saibari from PSV Eindhoven on a 5-year deal worth 55 million euros. And the question is, have Bayern already pulled off the deal of the summer? Let's take a look at this. I have some thoughts. Ismael Saibari is already the leading marksman for Morocco at this current World Cup. He has scored 3 goals, topping the chart for them. He has also been one of the most talked about players of this current World Cup. One could even argue that he's the breakout star of the World Cup. I mean, he's been talked about everywhere. Last season for PSV Eindhoven, he won the league with them. He made 37 appearances, scoring 19 goals. So the return was not too bad. So let's see, is this like a good deal for Bayern Munich? Do Bayern Munich actually need Ismael Saibari? For me, I think the answer is a big yes. Nicolas Jackson was at Bayern Munich on loan from Chelsea last season, and he has already gone back to Chelsea. The deal was not made permanent, so already there is a void for him to come and fill. Again, Bayern already placed this style where they will have like a top goal scorer and someone they can also rely on from the bench. We've seen this with Harry Kane and Nicolas Jackson last season. We also saw that sort of arrangement with Lewandowski and Eric Choupo-Moting in the past as well. Even towards the later time of Thomas Müller at Bayern Munich, who was playing this kind of role. Claudio Pizarro in the past was also playing this kind of role. So Bayern has this thing where they would have someone who is like a top goal scorer and another very decent goal scorer that they can also rely on from the bench. This position was filled by Jackson last season, and now it's the turn of Saibari to come and fill in that hole. So they do need him, and he's quite young, he's aggressive, he can play anywhere across the attack. So for need, I think this is an 8.5/10 for me. For fit, does it fit into the style of Bayern Munich, into the style of what Vision Company might want to play? I think the answer to this is also like an emphatic yes. He's a good fit for Bayern Munich. He could play a first 9 if they want to. He's very aggressive. He can press. I know Vision Company also likes to press. He's someone who can press. He can play a false 9. He can even play with Harry Kane if they want to. He can play anywhere across the attack. He can relieve Luis Diaz on the wings if need be for that. So this is someone who is quite versatile, who is young, who is strong. So he's strong, and strength is something that you need to play in the Bundesliga. So I think for feet, I will score this an 8.5/10 as well. So for value, I think this is where Bayern Munich might have actually put one of the coup of the summer. So for value, Bayern Munich signed him for $55 million, 55 million euros actually. And I think if they had waited for the completion of this World Cup before signing him, they might have to pay much more than they already paid for him. We've seen what other players are going for in this current transfer window, like double that amount on the high side, like 80 million pounds, 100 million pounds. That is what some players are going for at the moment. And Bayern Munich pulled off one of the shining stars, one of the breakouts of this current World Cup for 55 million euros. I think it's a good value for money. Also, looking at the fact that he's quite young, he's 25, he's still going to grow. If he runs down his contract, is just going to be 30. Bayern Munich could even still sell him before running down his contract. They could recoup some of the money that they used to buy him. So I don't think this is a bad sign in terms of value at all. So for value, I think this is a 9/10. If Bayern Munich have waited a little bit more time before signing him, no, they would have had to cough out a lot more money to sign someone who actually won the Eredivisie Player of the season last season. They would have had to cough out much more than they already did for him. Finally, risk. Is this a risky signing for Bayern Munich? I think this is where I'm going to take away some few points. I think this signing might be risky. There's some sort of risk when you're signing someone from the Eredivisie. We've seen some players who moved from that league in the past with a high profile and didn't necessarily do well after leaving the league. One I can remember, Jan-Klaas Huntelaar. When Huntelaar left Ajax Amsterdam for Real Madrid, it didn't really light things up for us at Real Madrid. He left Real Madrid to AC Milan. It didn't really happen for him until he left AC Milan to Schalke 04. I think that was where he really found his feet and did some sort of goal scoring there in the Bundesliga with Schalke. In the past, I was even the likes of the cut. I mean, the cut was sort of like maybe the Liverpool legend, but he didn't really carry the same goal scoring form he had when he was playing the Dutch league into the Premier League. Ram Babel as well, you could also remember him. So there is Eredivisie tax that we can say is hanging over the head of Saibari. Is he going to carry the same form he had in the Dutch league into Bundesliga? That is something we still have to wait to find out. Also, he's joining a dressing room that is full of stars. Michael Olise is there, Harry Kane is there, Luis Diaz is there, Joshua Kimmich is there. So there are some stars, even Manuel Neuer as well. He retired from international football, but he's still going to be the goalkeeper for Bayern Munich next season. So there are some big egos and some big players in that dressing room. He would have to fight for his place. He would have to show the coach why he should be starting, or why he should even be coming on at all. So that is something he might have to battle with. And for a 25-year-old player, I think he's mentally strong. He could actually take on the fight and take on the battle and show the coach why he should be starting. So I think for risk, I will score this a 7.0 out of 10. Overall, I think this is a good signing, especially looking at the price points, looking at his age, looking at the potential. I think this is a good signing for Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich might have already pulled up the signing of this summer. Overall, I'm going to score this signing an 8.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this signing. Let me know if you agree with me that Bayern Munich might have already pulled the signing of the summer. Share your comments in the comment section, and I'll be interacting with the comments. Thank you so much, and yeah, so see you on the next one.